common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Oman.
I am the Todd Father.
Todd Butterfield, the Todd Father, the man with the plan, taking us all to Lambeau Land. President of Wyckoff SMI. We are here. It is Monday. Now, markets aren't looking too bad. We had that quick sell-off in Bitcoin. It did bounce back. We're pretty even and flat for the day. We'll take a look at that on the coin market cap real quick. How are you guys doing today? I'm seeing a lot of the usual names. We got Leon in here. You haven't been in here a while. And we will be giving away that Zen Cash from the last live show we did last Tuesday. So stay tuned for that.
I only have one thing to say.
What do you got to say?
BTFD.
BTFD. Look in the background there. Upgraded it. What's going on, Hilton Stone? Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy the show. We are here every Monday through Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time with the live broadcast. We also do pre-recorded reviews, interviews, and technical analysis. Everything you want to know about crypto, we discuss here. So check it out. We love to give back to you guys as well. So let's dive right into this. Let's get it going. Coin market cap, like I said, nothing too much to really be talking about. You know, we're currently sitting at $292.7 billion, but really the topic of discussion should be this Bitcoin dominance that we've been talking about all along. It's steadily increasing, now up to 48%. Like we said, last summer, Bitcoin dominance was around 70%. I don't think we're going to achieve that. This is the highest Bitcoin dominance since when? Since about December. As we know, after that, the altcoin season did start and the Bitcoin dominance did fall. Now, Bitcoin hasn't had a big enough rally for me to say that the altcoin season is going to start soon. But I think if we get one more PorkBlaster out of Bitcoin pushing us towards the 10K range, we will pull back, find some consolidation, and that money will start flowing into your favorite altcoins. Ones that we talk about on the show. People are already talking about Digibyte. I really like that. Zen Cash. What else we got going on over here? People are really loving EOS, XLM. XLM, I'm hoping for a little bit more of a retracement here, a little bit more of a sell-off, at least in Satoshi value, as I'm trying to re-enter a position there. And yes, guys, I am still mining Ethereum Classic and buying it. I am going all in, not really all in, but I have a large percentage of my portfolio on Ethereum Classic. After talking to Charles Hoskinson and Anthony from ETC Cooperative, as well as they still have the Coinbase release, and they have the Ethereum Classic Summit coming up in Seoul, Korea. I think that this one is going to be a big mover in the short term, mid-term, and the long term. I think it owns a right in everyone's portfolio, at least a little bit. Definitely do some research on that. No big winners really today. Polymath up 7.82%. There's a lot of talks about how traditional stocks might eventually become tokenized. Polymath is the platform that would be doing that, or one of the options. I don't know if the tech's there to really do that on a large scale. But that is why you were seeing some nice price action on that one. That's been all over Twitter lately. We got Metaverse ETP, and then Augur. Augur is pretty much, it doesn't like to be called a gambling platform, but essentially that's what it is. Predictive market platform, I guess, is the proper term. They're seeing a little scrutiny, though, today, because now you can bet on whether individuals are going to be harmed. I don't want to use the words that start with an A or a K because I don't want this video to get flagged, but that's no good. We'll see what happens there with the morals of that platform. So without further ado, let's toss it to Todd Father. Let him do some TA. And then as you can see, I got a bunch of news articles to talk about. We'll see what kind of questions you guys have in the chat box. And let's just have some fun on this Monday because I'm glad to be out of work.
A few people mentioning it. Shout out to Nick for those interviews. I think that's bringing some good value to the community for sure. So 1 hour Bitcoin I mentioned last time I was live, we had that rally up to 8,200. I said if we didn't pull back and keep it moving, probably we're going to do a fourth wave triangle. Today's action down to that C wave low at 78.70, more or less, made that, confirmed that probably. I'm guessing that was the C wave of the triangle of this pink 4. So again, that's Elliott wave. And it's funny because what the one tweet said that everybody's a Wyckoff master now. And I noticed there is a lot of Wyckoff talk going around. But Wyckoff brought volume and intraday analysis to stocks. So I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it, that no one's really talking volume that much. And if they are, they're talking just at the one exchange. This is Bittrex in front of us. I'm going to show you later how like the 5-minute on-bounce volume is different on all exchanges. I showed you our software is working fine on the daily. On intraday, there's some issues because if one of the exchanges out of 89 throws out no data for 5 minutes, it kind of threw a wrench in the calculations. So my guys are telling me they're working the next 2 days on rewriting my server, and they will have that fixed. When they get that fixed, I should be good to go. So, and then we're going to be able to talk about intraday volume, all exchanges like Wyckoff wanted it talked about. So, and no one else that I know is going to have that. So, and then we're going to have the custom indicators, OP force technometer. So, because one thing I will show you on today's sell-off, because I've told people before they could use a 5-minute on-balance volume, and you can see here that this is Bittrex. You can see on-balance volume did an ABC the downside, why the price held 78.70 over here versus the 78 and change. So that would be a bullish divergence. Volume makes new low, price doesn't. So if you're looking at Bittrex, bring that chart up. That'd have been really good. But then if you go down here and bring up Binance, same thing. Actually looks even better because this was major selling here and price held. But then if you go to Coinbase, you'll see that it actually held the low too. So I'm just trying to show you really got to bring volume in from all the exchanges that you can to be able to trade off of any divergences on the price and volume. And that's, what we continue to try to get done here, so we can try to bring more value to these broadcasts and to the software. So we're hoping for that. So if we go back to, and because I haven't talked about Wyckoff enough over the last year, because I haven't had the volume to support it. So this is a 1 hour Bitcoin. I still think we're in a 1-2 in the pink, and then you would have had the 3 and now the 4. So I think we have another rally to 88 to maybe 9,200. And then, if everything plays out right, I think at that point then you could be looking, from 9,200 you could have a pullback to, back to 78, 7,900 again. And possibly, we have to see what a 0.382 is or something, maybe all the way back to 7,200. So you could have a pretty good sell-off if we get this one more new high. So again, that's going to be probably based on ETF. I don't know if the ETF will get okayed on the 16th. They might decide to delay it. I think it is coming at some point. I think it will keep the wind behind the sales on Bitcoin, but we will have some sell-offs of people getting disappointed, saying it's not going to happen, etc. So, but I think it is going to happen. I think the trend's higher on Bitcoin, and just be prepared to BTFD, I believe. That's why we put that up on the wall. So there's Bitcoin Cash. A little bit of a triangle here. So this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing. We get a run up here to a 5. That'd be more of a leading diagonal that I've talked about. And then you would have an ABC as well. So that way everything's kind of moving a little bit more in lockstep, even though Bitcoin is leading, which I think that's going to continue to happen because of the ETF. Here's Dash. Probably, I'm guessing, completed a correction at today's low, as everything else I think probably did. Classic still holding kind of an uptrend line. I don't think it'll take much to turn that one still back up strongly to the upside. Ethereum maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4 like Dash, or maybe a 1, 2, 1, 2. So I think further upside there. Litecoin the same way. Looks more like a 1-2-1-2. So I think today's low was meaningful. So NEO 3182, not as strong. Let's go through a few more strong ones here. ADA, again 1-2-1-2 or 1-2-3-4, I think. So still higher prices. BAT USD, possibly a 1-2 like that. EOS back down to 773. Haven't really jumped on that one yet. There is some red volume sell today. That one's starting a little slow. Here's one that looks still really good. May, this is on Polo and a couple other small ones. I don't have many Polo accounts. If you do, I think you can nibble on this one here. I had an alarm at 44 today, and that's exactly where it came down to. It might go up, get through resistance, come back down. I mean, I think 40 is probably support. Buying here, maybe you're a hair early, but I think if you go, I've showed this before, if you go to the 4-hour MAID, if you can read this, I've changed everything to black, think it might be easier for people. But this was selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test, spring, and now working on resistance here to try to break through. So I like the way MAID looks. And then quickly, let's just show a couple more here. XLM USD, trying to break through some resistance on the 4-hour and the daily. No volume here on this sell-off. Again, that's Bittrex. I think you'll see, it definitely is falling off across all exchanges. There's Z Classic, got exciting here the last couple of days. It ran up to almost 20, back down to 11. Big volume coming in. Zen 28. That one still acts pretty well. Higher highs, higher lows. And then ZRX, $1.15. I think that could be a 1-2 as well, or same thing, 1-2-3-4. But holding that $1.05, we mentioned it before, held it again today. So I think that one still looks good. So
sweet.
That's all I got at the moment.
Sounds good. Kanan is in here from Vercoin. He says Vercoin dev update will be out in a few days. June was a big month, but we got some more goodies coming soon. So you heard it here first, guys. There you go. Jack says hope ETC Coinbase edition comes before LTC decides to wake up so it can jump back on it. I'm assuming you mean take some profits on Ethereum Classic and move it back into LTC. May not be a bad move. I would not go 100% out of ETC. Even if we see a massive pump, I'm still going to leave a decent percentage of my ETC in my bag. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I'll be giving you guys some price targets when that happens. Try to get a nice ladder for us. Try to make some profits, but still bag up some more ETC for the future. And then lastly, Johnny M. Cool says EOS whale accounts sending big volume to Binance thinking they are jumping on the BTC train. And that means a lot from Johnny. Johnny loves EOS, so if he's saying that we might even see a further dip here with EOS if these whale accounts do decide to jump on the BTC train. That could be an opportunity to hop on EOS, get that in a staking wallet, and maybe claim some airdrops moving forward. EOS is just one of those ones where it's really tough. I think the airdrop community, the airdrop ecosystem and ownership ecosystem can prove massively beneficial for the holders. I think when designations for securities come into effect, that could be an issue for EOS, but EOS does have the funds to just pay the SEC to the $250,000 or whatever it is and get formally recognized as a tradable asset. But then you also got to look at the morals. If you watch the interview with Charles Hoskinson, some members, obviously it was the community, were getting very personal and calling for plagiarism, which is something you should never do. That is like the highest offense in the academic realm. And although it wasn't the team or Dan Larimer, they definitely did not shut down that rumor mill, which kind of looks bad on their half. So that's one we're still up in the air. I think that there is an opportunity there with that airdrop and ownership ecosystem I was just discussing. Let's hop over to here and see what's going on. Get in some news articles finally.
Who the hell's that?
This is
I didn't know your feet look like. Oh, that's your girlfriend's
This is Sunday.
feet.
No, those are my feet. Sitting on the couch wearing pajamas, talking about how BTC is going to make us all millionaires. Isn't that how this crypto thing works? If you've been around for a while, somebody, I can't remember what his position was, but was saying that's what crypto is. Just a bunch of people playing with fun money, talking about how we're going to become a millionaire or whatever. So I just thought that was funny. These are actually my girlfriend's slippers. No, I don't wear those usually. They're pretty comfortable though. I wanted to bring this up. Zen Cash is actually going to be doing not a rebranding per se, but a brand expansion that will be revealed on August 22nd. They did hire a branding agency. They might do some name change, logo change, color modifications, etc., as well as having a massive marketing push coming in 1 month. So keep an eye on that. Obviously, you guys know I'm pretty locked up on my Zen because I do run the Supernode as well as some other stuff. So I'm not really trading it that actively. But I do have a little bit to trade, as we do give a ton of Zen away. We will be doing the Zen giveaway here in 1 second, and we will be giving away Zen Cash all next month. We already confirmed the coordination with them. They will be donating 10 Zen for us to give away back to you guys during live shows during the month of August. So that's pretty cool.
I've got a Supernode too.
You got a Supernode. If we get to 10,000, we're all going to have Supernodes in the Podgies.
Right, Supernodes and Lambos.
So is there cryptocurrencies going to be coming to smartphones sooner than we think? Obviously, now we do have with Android and iOS, we have proprietary wallets like the Digibyte iOS wallet, the multi-currency Jax wallet, Lynda wallet, etc. But now these companies are saying they're actually going to make a smartphone for the consumers that has a hardware wallet built into the integration. HTC is one that just said they will be supporting Litecoin compatibility, and Charlie Lee himself will be on the advisory board to make sure things go as planned. The Taiwanese electronics maker first announced the Exodus in May, saying it was developing the world's first cryptocurrency smartphone. On top of that, if you did watch the Charles Hoskinson interview, he talked about how Siren Labs is making their own smartphone with a built-in hardware wallet on the back of the phone. He says you have to flip open the hardware wallet, use a fingerprint, PIN code, scan a QR, and there it goes. We'll see how that works out. They did raise $157 million in an ICO coin offering to build what they are calling Finny. So now we have several competitors trying to create a smartphone hardware wallet. Definitely interesting for the mass adoption aspect of cryptocurrencies. But what I am interested in is how secure will these hardware wallets be, considering a smartphone is 100% of the time either connected to Wi-Fi or the network, AT&T's network, T-Mobile, whatever it is. They are always online. I'm sure that with they're going to say with your fingerprint and a passcode, it is just as secure, but only time will tell if that will happen. Overall, I just think that it is nice that a couple companies are starting to participate and try to make consumer projects relating to the cryptocurrency space, because utilization of the network will drive price appreciation. I know we say it all the time, and with more products like this that everybody can use easily without having to be technically savvy about blockchain, only means we're going to go higher. Somebody was wondering what was going on with the thumbnail. That is, beware of cloud mining. Anytime somebody's brought up cloud mining here on the show, I said I would not do it personally. I would go ahead and get your own mining equipment and mine that way, or have a friend that has mining equipment, maybe give him a little bit of cash that he gives you a certain percentage of his mining rewards, etc. The reason being, number one, you see scams like this, which we're about to talk about, but number two, even Genesis mining, which has been around for a very long time, the price of the contracts simply does not add up. You're just not going to get those paybacks over the long term. Although your rewards seem great, you're like, oh, I'm doing some calculations based on these current rewards, I will get my payout back in about 6 months or whatever it is. You have to realize that as cryptos continue to get older, continue to get more popular, the difficulty of the mining increases. Therefore, the hash power that you are renting is going to be worth less and less money while you're still paying that same amount of upfront fees. I don't do cloud mining. If you guys do Genesis, that's great. Hope it's working out. But the reason those things work is because the people who give you referral links, the reason they're able to make money is because they have hundreds of you guys using their referral links, and they earn a percentage off of you. That's who's really winning with cloud mining. And then here's another example of a fail from cloud mining. La Min Tam, head of Vietnam-based Sky Mining, has been missing since July 26th. When one group of investors went to pick up their miners last Friday, they found that the firm's mining facility and office were completely empty, and that the mining machines had already been taken away. Tam later reportedly claimed he sold them to cover financial losses, and that his disappearance was aimed at protecting his life. Well, you know what? I really don't feel too bad for you, Tam. You set up obviously you're promising more than you can achieve with these numbers you were doing here. You've created a failed business model that was relying on a Ponzi scheme, and whenever new users and investors didn't come into play, you had a BitConnect situation where the money dried up. He wanted to get out because he doesn't care about your guys' money, but he's going to make sure he has some money, and he took all of the mining equipment. I guarantee he puts that online again in an undisclosed location, and he isn't going to be selling that, or he will start another Ponzi scheme. We shall see. But
I think he should just be a bounty hunter and
chase him down.
No, just follow his satellites and then look for a yacht with one guy and 5 girls on it. And that's probably him.
And a bunch of Bitmain ASIC miners on it.
Right. And the yacht will be like show up red on infrared.
So just be careful, guys. I know during the bear market, there's not a ton of scams that have been coming out, but they do still exist. I avoid cloud mining personally. My personal opinion, go out, mine on your gaming rig. If you like it, build your own personal miner. Do it that way. It is safer. You can switch to whatever coin you want whenever you want, and you are guaranteed that you have the hedge against mining because you have the hardware. It can't just up and walk away randomly by some random guy in Vietnam. So be careful out there. What's going on in the chat box? Anything good we need to do?
I'm going to look at a few coins here.
Sweet. Let's let Todd do a few coins. Then we'll come back and do the live Zen Cash giveaway. I know you guys are waiting for it. When we first started the Zen Cash giveaways, they were worth about $18 each. Right now, they're about $28 each just for watching us and being an active community member and leaving a comment with your Zen Cash address in the live show section. You are entered to win Zen Cash. So
what's up, Doug, for now?
Can't go without that.
I haven't seen you live in a while. What's up? BNB. I don't really have any positions there. I think Nick said it before. Probably a pretty good trading coin. I would guess you probably could buy it here for a trade. I don't see any real accumulation, anything like that, but it does have nice movement. Anxious to get the software on a 5-minute, 5-minute volume chart and try to see if a guy can trade that one, because that one's got nice 10, 20, 30% moves pretty regularly. So let's go back to EOS. EOS came down to that right shoulder. Going to get interesting here. A lot of people is looking for this. Actually, you had 2 left shoulders there, I guess you call that, with a neck. And you've kind of had 2 right shoulders. So you did have some volume come in today on the sell-off. So this one could get interesting here. It is extra weak, so I'm not excited about buying that one really. So I'm not sure that, for some reason I feel like that thing needs a washout. And then I probably would be on it. It acts too heavy for me. ETC USDT, bring that up again. Someone here mentioned it when they came on. I mean, that one, that's a 2-hour. I've been having that support down there at 1550 for a while. We keep holding that. Kind of got a uptrend line in here now, so I would think that thing tries to skate higher here in the extremely near future. And there's Vertcoin for Canaan. We did have that big run from $1 to $2.25. Retraced a lot of it. The big volume came in on that, so I guess I would think that thing can still work higher here. So.
During that live show, whenever that happened, somebody said, hey, I have $30 on Bittrex. What should I buy? And I said, hey, with USD and there's some gems over there, I would maybe look at Vertcoin or Ubic. And the very next day, Vertcoin had that 75% day. I tweeted out I should have listened to myself a little more because I didn't even make a play on that one.
Maybe Canon gave that to you and you weren't telling us. Keeping it for yourself. Well, there's Bitcoin 8203. That's really about the recovery high today. So, and again, you got to be, since the lows at 57.50, you got to be pretty happy with the way we've rallied here. So we're not really giving you a chance to get in. You had a chance to buy the ETF news. A lot of people wouldn't have took that. They actually would have used that as a chance to get short. You had this break here from 77 to 7,200. Quick and nasty, recovered it right back. So you can see volume still looks pretty good. So I don't see any issues. And hopefully here in 2 days, my software will have the intraday problems taken out. And then we're going to be able to bring a lot more volume analysis into here. So,
Johnny, are you trying to bribe me with a Nintendo 64? I do love my Nintendo and Mario, etc. Is that, you said got Nintendo 64, does that work? If you send me the Nintendo 64, I'll talk about EOS every day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. All right, let's do it. Let's do this Zen Cash giveaway. I know that's what you guys are here for. You're only here for the free money because we have no idea what we're talking about. This is only for entertainment purposes, not financial advice, unless you do become part of our crypto private client group in which we help manage your portfolios using trading APIs. For more information on everything that we offer outside of YouTube, make sure to take a look in the description below and head over to learncrypto.io. Let's do this Zen Cash giveaway real quick.
And don't kid yourself. We are here to give advice.
All right.
That's what we do. We don't just talk shit. We deal it out.
Before we do this, if you guys have not seen it, obviously we've already talked about it this weekend, and over the past week we posted some really good interviews. 2 with EOS block producers, 1 that you need to watch with Charles Hoskinson. The reason I say that is because I got him to talk not only about Cardano, Ethereum Classic, Zen Cash, and Storm, all the projects he is working on, but also he went pretty hard on some projects and some communities. I don't want to give it away, but definitely some interesting topics. Watch it all the way to the end because he gave away some tidbits of knowledge as well. On August 15th, there is going to be a major release of some kind of beta. He said he can't give it away yet, but there will be something major happening on August 15th. On top of that, if you listen really closely, he said that IOHK is working on some new cryptocurrencies, not just one, but several new coins that they are creating. I don't know if they're going to be ICOs. He does not believe in raising unlimited amount of monies, so if they are ICOs, I do believe he will put a hard cap on it, saying, hey, we only need 2 million, 3 million, whatever. Look what Charles has done before. Co-founder of Ethereum, worth $48 billion. ADA, whatever that's worth, $4 billion. He's working with these other projects. ETC is now working its way up the charts. If they have some new coins, we will need to look further. I will do a review on it and let you know which ones I may be purchasing. I caught that. He didn't really bring it up. He said it kind of in passing, and that is definitely something I retain, so I would watch that. And then lastly, we just posted one with Ethereum Classic. The interesting thing about them is we dove a little deeper on the past, present, and future of Ethereum Classic and the fact that they do have nearly unlimited treasury. And what I mean by that is they made a deal with Grayscale Investments. Grayscale Investments, when they get institutional money to invest in their Ethereum Classic product, they take a 3% fee. Grayscale agreed to give away 1/3 of that fee, so 1% of all fees go back to ETC Cooperative for marketing and development of Ethereum Classic moving forward. So they do have a treasury system now built into Ethereum Classic, which I think is going to help them here in the short-term future. On top of that, we are already seeing that exist. On September 12th to 13th, they were having an Ethereum Classic Summit in Seoul, South Korea. Number 1, we know Korea loves their cryptocurrencies. This is going to be a ton of exposure. You're having Charles Hoskinson, Grayscale, Digital Finance Group, Tom Lee, all those guys are going out over there to speak. And on top of that, they are not charging anything for the tickets. It is completely free. So if you're going to be in the area or you're willing to buy a plane ticket, you can just show up for the 2-day event. Breakfast is included, drinks are included, dinner's included, lunch included, all completely free, all on the multiple teams and sponsors from Ethereum Classic. I wish I can make it over there. We'll see if I can figure that out. But definitely check those out. So let's do this. We're giving away Zen off of this video here.
Give it away now.
Oh, yeah. I think we have a ton of comments on this one. I was really surprised. I think this is going to be the highest comment number all month. Let's see what we got here. 152 unique commenters. I know we're gaining some subscribers, but people are starting to realize why not be an active community member to get a wrench, to win some Zen, and to have some fun. 152 unique commenters.
Show me the money.
Do this giveaway first. Let's see what we got here. Picking the winner. Who is going to win this Zen Cash?
Steven.
How do you say that? Is that Knut Barthel or Newt Barthel?
And Nut Bartle.
Do you think EOS will ever deliver? Well, I think that is a double-sided question. Because number 1, I think it already has delivered. Although it did raise $4 billion, it is now worth about $6 billion. I believe it is one, if we find one more dip, that you will have a nice, safe entry because you do have the airdrop ecosystem to fall back on, which will mitigate the downside risk for holding EOS in a staking wallet. You are the winner. I will send you that this probably tonight. And there you go, guys. It's as simple as that. Leave a comment. Leave your Zen address. Ask a question. I'm obligated to answer it. And then you win some free coins.
Do you really
so
send out the coins, or do you keep them yourself?
Do I do what?
Do you really send them out, or do you keep them
No,
yourself?
I just, when they win this, then I just go in and I block their name, so I never have to actually send it.
Cool.
Now we don't have a Zen Cash giveaway for tonight's show. I'm all out for the giveaway, but starting August 1st, we will start the Zen Cash giveaways back up all next month.
Shout out to
again.
Zen.
Shout out to them. But a bigger shout out to Chris K9. The $1.99. That's our guy. My dad is almost ready for BTC, thanks to you both. There you go. Are you making your dad watch these shows or something? That's hilarious. Ryzen said our flights from the UK included. Man, I think all you're responsible for is your flight, and then they already partnered up with some hotels, so you get a discount on hotels, and they pay the entry for the 2-day event. I really want to get over there. I think I looked it up, and the flight round trip would be about $1,000 for me.
What up, Ryzen? I will tell you also, if you go to learncrypto.io and check the blog every day, Kerry stays on that thing with what we think is meaningful articles. So if you only got a few seconds to go over some news or something, that's probably a pretty good place to go.
Yeah, it's obviously you just click on the blog section at the top of the website, and it just has some decent news articles that we might talk about on the show and that we think is important for you guys out there investing in this cryptocurrency space.
Yep. If I see anything I like, I tell her to add it. She adds some. She knows what we're kind of looking for. But we had the one up there. The new Gallup poll shows that 2% of investors own Bitcoin in the U.S., but 26% are intrigued. So I think that 26% is going to get more so when we get these ETFs. We keep everything in the news. Bitcoin keeps working higher. I think those people are coming. And then another one, I think, maybe to keep in mind, a lot of people might not like this one, but fund manager Bill Miller is bullish on Bitcoin. Thinks most altcoins are worthless. That's still kind of what we've always said. So I think that's letting you be careful maybe on this next rally. Don't end up holding a bunch of dogs longer term. I'd mentioned Bill Miller before because I know when Bitcoin was $250, he said it was going to go to $2,500. At $2,500, he said it was going to go to $25,000. So, and really in here, I don't think he really gave a price target, but he just says that there's a lot more upside in Bitcoin coming, but be careful with the alts. So, I just wanted to mention that again because I think looking forward, that's going to be the challenge here is make sure you keep a pretty decent portfolio. I've never ventured. Most of my holdings are definitely overweighted Bitcoin and then the top coins and then just a few smaller alts here and there.
Kanan says, how much of the SEC and regulators are buying BTC now before they approve the ETF? Probably low-key a lot of them. The reason being is, come on, guys, an ETF is going to be approved. I mean, it's a matter of fact. Will they, August 16th, will they push it back? Maybe. But that doesn't change anything. That just gives you another quarter to buy Bitcoin or another opportunity at possibly a dip when they announce that they push it back. I'm telling you, this ETF will get approved. I don't say 100% on everything. I'll say 99% this ETF will be approved. There's like 5 or 6 ETF applications. I believe the CBOE one will be approved. And there may be another 1 or 2 that might get approved as well. I think that's going to be massive because the difference between futures, which is actually bad for the underlying asset because it provides an outlet to hedge, which means they can short it. The ETF, when they are owning that, they are owning the underlying. So everybody who's buying into it is buying, they have to buy Bitcoin off of the market and then put it in cold storage. Obviously, therefore, the demand is going higher. The tradable liquidity supply is going lower. That's just how it works.
Any bad news on the ETF needs to be bought. So if they don't, any rumors or news that it's not being okayed, I would wait an hour or 2 and then buy. You'll be happy with that when you wake up a few years from now.
Yeah, probably the next day it's going to bounce off of that bottom anyways,
right.
The way things have been acting now. Do you have a couple charts that you wanted to look over that people are giving you over there?
No.
Nope.
Pretty well went through most of them. I think I'm done over here.
Sweet.
KIN, I see Doug for now. Would like for you maybe to see about doing a review or interview.
Yeah, I said I'm available for DM, so you can DM me. If you know a founder or something, I always take the time to interview anybody you guys have contacts with. I love to build relationships with the communities and the developers of various coins. It provides me to get some kind of some really in-depth knowledge that I can come on here and talk about with you guys. And that's really how we've got into some of these coins that have done pretty well even during the bear markets, giving ample opportunities for swing trading, staking, masternoding, etc. That's all due to the interviews, guys. That's all due to building relationships. That's what business and cryptocurrencies is all about. Creating a network and a community like we are doing here, and using that to the benefit not only of myself, but to everyone. Because that's how we all win. I'm here to help everyone. In order for me to succeed, I need you guys to succeed as well. This crypto space is so tiny. That's why, in Charles Hoskinson interview, we need to stop bickering in between communities, projects, competitors, and figure out a way to help each other improve blockchain technology and continue to move the prices of all these forward and the technology behind all of these forward as well.
Well, there's the Bitcoin, I think, moving forward. So I think we're working on a D up. Might have another sell-off for an E. I expect us to move higher after that. So do your own research. It's not investment advice. But good luck.
We do have the Cardano testnet did go live today. This one is dedicated to a virtual machine that provides a foundation for the Cardano blockchain protocol. It executes and verifies smart contracts, as well as providing a human-readable language for blockchain developers. Just yet another milestone for Cardano. Obviously, nothing really happened much with the price. This is probably above the head of many, but I'm telling you, you start looking at the projects that are continuing to have good news and good news and good news during the bear cycle, it doesn't do much. But once the bull cycle happens, some of these test nets are all going to start dawning on people. And like I said, he said there's some kind of big announcement or release on August 15th. Obviously, Cardano is already a pretty large cap, but I still believe you have to invest a portion of your portfolio needs to be for long-term investment, guys. Think 5 years from now, because there will be the next Amazons, Netflix, Google, Microsofts that are right in front of our eyes right now. And do you really want to get caught up over a $50 trade, a $10 trade to miss out on the next Amazon? I don't think that's a smart move. We're all about swing trading here. I love it. But just because something is a large cap does not mean that it should not be in your portfolio. We talk about micro cap coins. We're shooting for the home runs too, but a large portion of your portfolio needs to be in Bitcoin and some of these larger cap, fundamentally sound projects that have the longevity that you don't need to worry about. Because hodling, nobody talks about hodling anymore, but that has worked for all these years in the past, and it's going to work again.
XMR's kind of been sideways here, not much to brag about. Kind of, 115 to 150. So not sure there. But I do think, recently we've had ADA, Digibyte, ZRX, XLM. I mean, I think if we're moving higher here, the strong coins should be able to show some strength. So, I'm still learning this space as well because you never know for sure. I mean, I don't like EOS not performing better here, like BNB. Could perform better. There's been a few other ones that we've watched. VEN, VEN, some of those. So, really, if we're starting a good rally here, the coins that should lead this should be outperforming, and those should be the ones that we should be trying to chase.
You should look
Stay away from the dogs.
You should look at COV, co-vesting. I said if this thing ever dropped below 14,000 Satoshis again, I would be looking at an entry. I believe we are below that now. I haven't really looked at the chart just yet, but I may be looking to re-enter that too soon. So
I don't have that. I have that on my other. I can't log in.
Oh.
I think I'll show.
Don't have that chart. Let's see. But I think we are somewhere below 14,000 K sats. Check out my Twitter later tonight when I get a chance to look at the chart. Maybe I'll give a price objective. Right now we're sitting at 13,044 Satoshis. If that thing got back down to anywhere below $1, I would be buying it. Currently at $1.07. This is one that we saw massive spikes on, made some really good ladder trades live on the show even. So I'm definitely going to be checking out on that again because somebody was accumulating it with market orders. I think it has a pretty solid future.
EOS, I said if it went above 940, that would be bullish. Probably now I would guess you could almost say, I would think an 820 print, maybe a short-term bullish. And then 895 would be more bullish. So, again, I think I'd still watch this one. I think that's one that maybe could be good longer term, but not acting that way right at the moment. But these coins do have, they do run on their own and have their own heartbeats. So I don't know. I'm trying to learn how to trade some of these things as much as anybody, for real. It's easier when they all follow Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's leading the party. So that is all I got over here, I think.
Thought there were some more questions in here. Somebody was asking about top Masternode coins. If you go to the review section, I'll just show it because I think I got it open. Let me do this for you.
Yeah, ZRX looks good here, John.
Yeah, so if you come down here to crypto tips and tricks, I have this passive income with crypto's top 5 ways. One of the top 5 ways I talked about was Masternodes. So I did have a website on there. Can't remember the website off the top of my name top of my head because I bookmark it. But watch this video, give opinion on some Masternode coins I like, but also the website where you can get a ton of information on. Somebody did mention Linda over here. Linda has been paying out really well for me. It's super easy to set up with their new web wallet, iOS wallet, and Android wallet. Obviously, you can stake multiple coins in there as well. I think it's 90 to 100% ROI. I've been getting my payouts, every day, every few days, etc. Somebody else also asked about how the Zen Supernode works. Essentially, if you have 500 Zen, you can have a Supernode, or 42 Zen, you can have a secure node, and those payouts are every single day. On a daily basis, you can see how much Zen you earned. Then every Monday, they pay you out for that whole week, if that makes sense. So maybe tomorrow I'll have my Supernode dashboard up to show you what I'm talking about. But you do earn every single day. It shows you what you've earned. And then once a week, I believe on Mondays, they pay you out for the previous week. So pretty nice there, almost on a daily basis.
I don't think we have any more news on Type, but I think we'll have something coming here in the near future.
Yeah, we talked to Alex a little bit ago. Their ICO is now over. I know they were in the process of working with a KYC company, and they said they have 30 days after the ICO ends in order to get your Type tokens to your ERC20 compatible wallet. I know Alex did say he wants to come on here for a follow-up interview to discuss how the ICO went, what the total coin supply is going to be, because I believe they will be burning some Type tokens, and really where their roadmap is going. Is the roadmap going to be the same? Are they ahead of roadmap goals, etc.? So they'll be the first to know about that if we hear back from them. Jack says, I always go to buy Bitcoin on dip, but always find myself putting more into alts. Hey, Jack, I used to find myself in the same situation. How did I get around that? I said, based on the amount of money I have, I need to buy and hold X amount of Bitcoin. Whatever it is for you, it's going to change for everybody. Get something in your head that you feel comfortable and you're like, all right, I need to hold at least this much Bitcoin based on my portfolio size no matter what. Take that, put it on a Ledger Nano OS, hardware wallet, whatever it may be, and lock it away. That way you're not watching it on exchange to where you're going to be enticed to trade it, sell it out for something else, try to do a swing trade on Satoshi. Take that little bit of Bitcoin, put it on its own hardware wallet, lock it away. Just leave it over there, let that thing do its thing, and maybe, obviously you can always bring it back on. Say we jumped to 20,000 in a day, you can bring it back on and sell it if that's what you want to do. But that's what I had to do, because I was doing the same thing. I'd finally accumulate Bitcoin from trading, etc., and then I would sell it all for altcoins, which works out sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work out for Satoshi value. But I finally got myself to lock away some Bitcoin, so I can't touch that.
I have no comment on 3 commas. Do not know enough about it.
I don't know anything about 3 commas either.
It's a bot that has trailing stops and profit objectives, I think, put in, etc. So that's all I know.
Crypto Military Token team member says, I've been using my Linda Masternode payouts to buy some ETC daily. I mean, guys, either I'm going to RIP or go down as a legend, because I've been telling you, I'm accumulating ETC at these Satoshi prices, and I'm mining it. I've been mining it since day one when I did the Coinbase video and said I was going to switch my miner to Ethereum Classic because I believed that it was going to be added to Coinbase. I'm continuing to do that. The difficulty is in a nice range where you earn a lot. And I still think it's a good buy here. That's just my opinion.
I don't talk much about Linda. That's going to have to be Nick's. Anything on Linda comes from Nick.
Johnny M. Cool said Linda made 133,000 Linda in just under a month. At current prices, that is worth like $220. There you go. To host the VPS, it costs you about $9 a month. He's already made $220 worth at current prices. Linda will be doing an update to their website. They will be having a white paper come out for the new Linda X project, which is going to be a protocol platform built on the Linda blockchain. Therefore, you need to use the Linda token to build and utilize that new protocol. I still think it's a microcap coin that I believe in, and I'm noting it away. Could be a home run. At the very least, you're earning a ton of Linda coins, and you can do what this guy is doing here, where he takes all of his Linda payouts and just goes ahead and buys some ETC. You can buy Bitcoin, buy whatever you want, or you just hold on to those and continue to stake those coins for compounding interest.
BTFD is buy the freaking dip.
Buy the freaking dip.
Or Butterfield. Yeah, it might be what I guess Matt's been calling his members over at his website, or the website they're launching sometime. Whatever that is. But yeah, it's buy the dip.
Dennis says, how about a mining how-to video? Dennis, I wanted to get around to that. I plan on doing that. At least I can show you probably how to mine Ethereum Classic on a gaming rig, and Vertcoin is super easy with their one-click miner as well. I just want to show you how easy it is to get started and go from there. If you have a at-home computer, like a gaming computer, you can do it. I mean, I'll probably do a 20-minute video and get you going. Now, obviously, I don't think I'm going to make a video putting together a whole mining rig or anything like that. There's other content out there for that. But the same way to start mining applies, whether you have 1 card, 2 cards, or 10 cards.
We Be Trippin' talks about it, right?
Yeah, bits be tripping.
Bits be tripping. We be tripping.
We be tripping. Elizabeth says, hey, let's remember we got to claim those Masternode gains on taxes. Elizabeth? Shh.
Let's not remember that.
Let's not remember. What are you talking about? What rewards? There's no payouts. What are you talking about?
I don't follow Smart USDT that much. I do have a chart up here from CoinMarketCap, but looks like it's been in a flat correction here in the last month. Go to 3 months. I mean, I would think that one's probably worthy of a little bit of money here. I don't like the recent weakness, but don't know that one good enough.
You guys have any other questions or any other charts you want us to look at before we head out of here?
Johnny Cool's in Costa Rica?
Oh, man, lucky you. You're
That's
just
where I need to go.
Sipping on a martini on the beach and listening to some Learn Crypto.
That's where I'm getting the
That's
summer
what it's
home
all
at.
about. What else we got?
A mining how-to video. Aren't you going to be doing that?
Yeah, I just talked about that.
Oh, sorry. I'm over here.
Chris Canine said, what about Linda Masternode easy with their app, Nick? Yeah, I mean, essentially all it is you download their iOS or Android app. I use the web wallet that they created, the web application. If you set up an account just like you would Facebook, email address, anything else, easier, no verification or whatever, and then you go ahead and you just send exactly 2 million Linda coins to the wallet, it automatically does all of the tech and coding of the Masternode behind the scenes for you. You hit a button. That's it. Masternode online. Payout starting that day. It's as simple as that. That is the easiest Masternode setup I've ever seen. It's the first, I believe, where it's a multi-coin staking application that they use there. So you can have a Masternode for Linda plus have several other coins that they've partnered up with. Electric Coin, Shard, COLX is coming soon. RDD is coming soon. Staking those on the same VPS. Doesn't get much easier than that.
Bring me back my chart. Let's bring up PivX. I know it had the run up there a couple days ago, but this is just a 2 hour. I mean, it looks good here from June 23rd on. I would think this is probably some type of accumulation, but the longer term chart, if we go out to a 4 hour, actually let's go back to the 1 day, because that blue line is, that was a line that Matt had on there for gradual growth line for PivX, but obviously it's came under huge. That was up there like a 650, came down to $1.80. So that chart is not much to brag about at the moment. You're gonna have to have it run to $10 just to get back to what he was saying was its growth. So short term, I say it's all right, but otherwise, nothing to brag about there. And I know it had some news, but again, I don't follow much of the news. But that did give it the decent rally on decent volume. So
Clint said he set his up using the VPS and no payouts after 3 days on the Masternode. To make sure that you haven't got any payouts, go to the transactions section on the left side of the dashboard. Click on that, but it is randomly generated like Johnny. This isn't like the Zen Cash where you get a finite amount every single day. Linda Coin is random Masternode payouts that average out over the course of the year to 90 to 100% rewards, and you can stake the rewarded coins to get compounding interest that is going to be well beyond 100%. So hopefully in a day or so, you will see a Masternode payout, and since you haven't received one in a while, hopefully it's pretty substantial for you, Clint.
There's the one-day Bitcoin. So, I still think we're doing a sign of strength here for Wyckoff. Somewhere we're just probably going to trade sideways between like 8 and 10, would be my guess, and get through this ETF news. And then I think from there it's still onward and upward. So we'll try to figure out some breakdown points below us if that doesn't keep this rally moving ahead. But so far I think it still looks good. That is all I've got. I have had a long day, maybe one of my worst days in a while. Dang.
Headaches, issues, everything going on?
Someone hacked my stock API and then trying to get the intraday working for the cryptos and a few other headaches. But we're here.
We're here. We're doing our thing. Trying to make things happen for you guys. As always, it's fun coming in here. Thanks, Chris K9, for your super chat. Really appreciate that. Obviously, that goes to keep this show keep on rocking and rolling. Did we have, before we head out of here, didn't we have a new student that we had to give a shout out to?
Yeah, let me see that somewhere.
Possibly. What else we got going on the chat box?
Fernando somebody, Valdez or Valdez.
What up, LaVille? Says, go BTC. Welcome to the show. You showed up a little late. Make sure to rewatch it. That's Taj. You are always showing up late.
And we've got Fernando Valdez. And we might have mentioned Philip Greer because he actually already graduated. He went through it quick. I told him to try it a couple more times. But yeah, Fernando. That's not Fernando, it's Fernado. I think I spelled that right. That's what we got so far.
Shout out to you. Welcome to the Learn Crypto community and good luck trading. Obviously, if you need help on that course, reach out to us and we'll try to help you out.
What up, Romelda? Long time no see. Glad you're okay.
Glad everything is looking good. Hopefully this market continues to perk up a little bit here. We can start having some nice fun. Somebody did answer or ask a question. When do you think supply chain coins will start having some significant use case? Obviously, the government, and we've already talked about that it's a no-brainer application of the blockchain technology for some of these supply chain logistics coins, such as Walton Coin, or these ones with RFID technology, VeChain, which is now VET, and some others. Really, it's just going to rely on the integration with these companies and the governments as well. The way that it can benefit both of them is obviously you have a finite track record of what is being distributed to where, etc. Especially with here in the United States, Trump is talking a lot about tariffs. So I think supply chain logistics can help figuring out the tax basis, the tariff basis of all these global trades that are going on. So it's just going to rely on the integration. Whoever can integrate into the government system and these major company systems, I think will benefit most. Really what we got to hope is they don't create their own blockchain. We want them to use one of these coins that is using the RFID technology, whether it's Wabi, VET, VeChain, Walton Coin, any of these. That way, early adopters like ourselves are doing pretty well. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, we like the use case. We just got to see the price react to that as well.
I want to know, Taj, Clint Sykes, Romelda Phillips, Icer Best. Where the heck were you guys at all together? If you were over at Tone Vase or you all came in at once.
That's
right
hilarious.
At the end of the show. So you four were somewhere.
Did you ever check out Civita's coin? Do you have an opinion if it's worth it? I don't know anything about that. I'll write that down. Hopefully I can give you a short excerpt of my opinion on it tomorrow. Welcome to the show. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, everybody's. I forgot to say it today. That's like my job, right?
So if you had a gun to your head, what would you buy today?
Ethereum Classic.
Whoa.
Come on, guys. It's a no-brainer. I don't want to see any of you guys miss out after it happens. I don't get it. Everybody seems to forget that it will go on Coinbase. ZRX, XLM, BAT. These are maybes. These are maybes. Not guaranteed by any means. Obviously, I talked about some of those in my Coinbase video, but they're maybes. ETC is a 100% guarantee on Coinbase, Gemini, on Grayscale, on all the hardware wallets.
I think if I needed a small cap gun to my head, I'd buy ZRX tonight.
There you go.
I think that's what I'd do.
There we go.
That one looks higher to me.
We don't talk about Digibyte too much, guys. It is at $400 million market cap. Don't let this one slip by either. I don't talk about it really because I just have my position. I'm holding. I'm not doing much with it. If you want more reason for why I like Digibyte, I have several interviews with them. Take a watch. Look up Jared Tate, their founder, on Twitter. They got a lot of things going. They came out and said that they're not going to focus on driving value by it being a peer-to-peer currency, but that they're working on various projects in which Digibyte and the Digibyte blockchain can be utilized, driving network traffic, which means price appreciation. We're going to say it again, so don't let that one fly under the radar either. By no means is that a super small cap or anything. It's worth $400 million, but I think that could be a safe bet. Jack says, Nick versus Todd, guess the date when Ethereum Classic will be added to Coinbase. Todd, you go first. I've already missed my bet. I thought they would release it on their birthday, which would have been on July 20th or today, July 30th. No news yet, so I kind of missed it. But what are you thinking, Todd? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when. I can't guess on that one.
Yeah.
I would have thought it was before now. So.
Yeah, the only reason I was guessing the birthday is I thought they would make a celebration because the coding's there. The logo is popping up on their Coinbase custody, etc.
I would think Coinbase is going to just start throwing coins at us because they're doing all the right things, but they got to give us coins to trade. I mean, if you get anybody in now, they're going to go to Coinbase and then they're going to go to Bittrex and Binance and everything else. I think they would want to stop that. I would think they want you to come to Coinbase and stay, and never go away. So. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to come out one day and just announce everybody's been added or what. I would think that's coming.
I can't give you. I don't have any dates in mind. Maybe I'll do a little research and try to come up with my own conspiracy theory. But all I can tell you is the code is done. The logos are going on the website. The only place the logo is not yet available is on the retail section. And once that becomes available, trading will go live. So. We'll see.
You better get rid of that USDT and get in some Bitcoin, boy.
Uh-oh.
It's getting ready to blast again.
Uh-oh. That's Taj saying he's all on Tether right now. Woo. Rolling the dice.
All right, we got a blaster getting ready to go off. You better get you some.
Dane Pinkston says, got about 10 LTC sitting on an exchange to mess with. Would you trade LTC for ETC right now?
Would I trade what?
LTC for ETC right now.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I think Litecoin could come alive here, too. So.
I mean, Litecoin has been lagging. It can come alive. If you don't own any Ethereum Classic, I would say sell. I'm not financial advice. If I had no Ethereum Classic and I had Litecoin, I would sell half of my Litecoin to get a position in Ethereum Classic. That's what I would do.
That'd be all right.
All right, guys, that's really about all we got. I don't really see any more questions, no more chart requests. Hopefully you guys had a blast here at Learn Crypto tonight. The winner of the Zen Cash, congratulations. We have plenty more Zen, plenty more giveaways where that came from starting next month.
We got Zen out the wazoo.
Get those coins staking, noting, making some swing trades, have some fun. But most importantly, remember, this is a long-term investment. We are here to stay. Think 3, 5, 10 years from now, and you will have way less stress and be very happy. Never forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And it sounds like Todd wants to shout something out over there. What you got?
I can't wait to go back 10 years from now and look at the charts and be like, remember when ZRX was $1? $1.05? And everyone was worried because it fell 20%. Yeah, buddy.
Peace out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Make sure to have those questions and chart requests ready because we are here to help you out. Stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
Tree man.
Peace.
See ya.
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.